cornflakes as the quintessential breakfast of champions, but the winner of the latest season of Top Chef wants you to think outside of the cereal box for this fun dessert. Welcome to our home, chef and owner of KBC Restaurant and Catering Company, Kelsey Barnard Clark. Welcome, Kelsey.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I mean, now this is a cookie.
I know.
It's the size of Kim Douglas's head.
Why did you look at me?
Curls with this cookie.
I know, seriously. Joining Cam at the counter, obviously Kimmy and Paigey. They're very, put it in front of your face. Right in front of your face, Kim. Put it here.
Well,
I don't even see you. I don't see you.
I see Cameron.
So, Kelsey, not only is this cookie one of the best sellers at your restaurant for your catering company, it also is very nostalgic to you, isn't it?
So I started making these cookies when I was, I think, about 14 years old. And then it just kept carrying over. I would put more things in them, turn them into something else. And then it became this like joke in college at my girlfriends. Every time they got in a fight with their boyfriend, which was a lot, or broke up, or anything like that, they'd be like, can you just make cookie dough and let's just watch a movie? Now it's like even 12 years later, we have kids, we're married, and they came to town a few weeks ago and they were like, you have cookie dough in the freezer, right? And I was like, yes, I'll have cookie dough in the freezer.
You know what? Invite us next time.
Yeah.
I think we'd all like to join in on that party.
It's just really fun.
That sounds like a perfect Friday night to me.
I know.
Turn on Dateline, eat some cookie dough, we're good to go. No more tears. All right, so it starts with your dry ingredients. What's in here?
Yeah, so this is just baking soda and flour, and we've already creamed our sugars, which is more brown sugar than granulated, and butter. And then, yeah, so you just slowly add the flour and then the eggs and then the rest of the ingredients.
Okay.
So we'll just start here.
Let's do that. Now, you could really, for this, we're just doing the cornflakes and the chocolate chips, but you could put nuts in here as well.
So this is the variety that I sell at my store, KBC, and it's because it's just the most, it's a simple cookie, but it's salty, it's sweet. It's got the crunch. The cornflakes sort of act like Pop Rocks in the cookie. It's awesome.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I'm understanding it more and more as I take bites here, but what other cookie dough would you say cornflakes would work with? Because as I'm chewing this, I'm thinking to myself, man, it could work in some other cookies too.
Yeah. So we do like a red velvet cookie, macadamia nut. We do one that I call like a cowboy cookie.
Wait, I'm saying with the cornflakes.
Oh, yeah.
What's
this is
a cowboy cookie?
Yeah, so we do 6 cookies in our store with this, so that's good.
So should we put the...
oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's
we
okay,
should.
just keep it going.
She's better cooking than I am.
You answer Cameron and I'll keep going.
I apologize.
That's just a little bit of vanilla extract.
Yeah, so basically this base you can turn into anything. You can add red food coloring in cocoa and then it's a red velvet cookie. You can do, we do a Samoa cookie, so it's coconut chocolate. Yum. That's my favorite.
Oh,
I mean, I love this one, don't get me wrong, but that one's just to die for. I love coconut though.
Look at that dough.
You know, you can do like a butter pecan. We candy pecans and we do that in them.
Now, can we volunteer to lick the?
Yeah, no. So we do this dessert at night in my restaurant, and it's a little batter of cookie, like a little old school, you know, like the grandmother one?
Yeah.
The silver one. It's that with cookie dough on it, a warm cornflake cookie, and a little cup of spiked milk. It's to die for.
Oh, I'd like to come over
It's called a double standard.
A double standard.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now, we're using cornflakes, but you might tell me no, I might be a little too crazy for you, but what if you use like another sort of cereal?
I mean, I've done Life cereal, I've done Chex. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Like a Cocoa Pebbles?
Yes. Oh yeah, like we've done that. We've done a Fruity Pebbles one.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, so basically
would
I'm a big
Frosted
child.
Flakes be too much?
No, you could do it.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as too much, you know?
Oh, I love it.
I'm like Willy Wonka when it comes to this stuff. Just do more.
So there go the cornflakes and the chocolate chips, and you don't want to put them into the stand mixer because then they would just be too
it
mushed.
just breaks up the cornflakes too much.
Okay.
And I apologize, y'all. This will give you tennis elbow.
That's right. It's good. You're going to work off some calories before you actually eat them. So basically, when you make the cookie, you also not only do not skimp on what goes in it, you also do not skimp in the portion size as we saw a little bit earlier.
Listen,
I'm still working on it over here.
In Alabama, we like big hair, big food. We like all of it big.
Exactly.
Like if you put down a small portion in front of someone down south, they're gonna be like, "What is this? A snack?" So yeah, it's a big cookie.
So you use a giant ice cream scoop, and that's not even the biggest one you
Yes, and an ice cream scooper is great. If you notice it's starting to get stuck to the scooper, you can always spray it with some cooking spray. So this is I mean, I'm not kidding y'all, it's a big cookie.
Look at that.
So you just do the ball like this, and then you slightly flatten it. Don't flatten it too much.
Okay.
Put it on the tray.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Now you wouldn't put these straight in the oven after. Gosh, that's so big.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Because you want them to really firm up and get cold. How come?
Yeah, they just don't spread if you, yeah, y'all can tell. You know sometimes how you get your cookies and they get this like rim and they spread out? You don't want that. This is more like a thick cookie, less than like a thin one. And so the freezing helps that because it kind of shocks your cookie.
So would that help with every cookie dough then? I mean, that's a good tip for anything,
Just
right?
so long as your quantities are right, yes.
Okay, so as
Just
you can see, we
slightly
have put
flatten.
only 3 on the tray because
Yeah.
otherwise we will have a cookie cake.
They're like
Yeah.
biscuits.
This goes in the-
Yeah.
So a little bit of Maldon salt on top.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the salt.
That is really making it taste so good.
Well, salt is so important in desserts that people don't understand. I feel like that's like the biggest misconception is you almost need as much salt as
Sugar?
not as much, not that much, but yes, it's
What a
good
good ratio.
freezer. Yeah.
And how? Oh boy. Oh no. For how long?
I would say like an hour, not even, just until they firm up on the top. Basically, so like, you know, you can put your finger and it's gonna do an indentation on this.
Okay.
It won't indent.
Okay, now this is not going to go to waste. I just want everyone to
Yeah,
know. I'm just
no.
going to put it right over here. And whatever we don't finish, we will end up
Wow,
baking.
okay.
And they go in the oven for how long, Kelsey?
So good.
About 14 minutes. Depends on your oven, but usually about 14 minutes.
Okay, and
And
as
what
they're coming out.
temperature?
350.
Kim, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Kim.
I'm really glad y'all are digging into
Yeah,
that.
we are.
Yes.
We
That's
are. We
better
love the
to
cookie
me.
dough too. We have to have time to make sure we ask you about your incredible performance, Top Chef. Ultimately
Thanks.
taking first place. Everybody's
Yes.
so excited. Congratulations.
Thank
You mentioned
you.
it
I understand. I understand why.
Yeah, right. No
thanks.
kidding. Tell us about that.
It was incredible. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, oh, did you see it coming? Did you finally feel like you were going to win? I was like, no. I mean, because every day you don't know what they're going to throw at you. All it takes is you messing up one time and then you're gone. So
That's it.
you just had to take, I think it was a great life lesson though, and I've said this quite a bit, is it's like you really learn to just take it a day at a time. You really do. It's like you didn't think about tomorrow because you can't control it. So it just for me has made me think, okay, this is life too. I can't control tomorrow. I can control today.
How beautiful
So
is that?
it's
Being in the
great.
moment.
Being in the
That's
moment.
called
Very
That's
much.
the ultimate
Meaningfulness.
training to learn how
Yes.
to be in
Yeah,
the moment.
look at
Well, you did a
that.
great job. Congratulations
Yeah,
on this.
Thanks.
And
I'll tell you what.
on these cookies.
I'm in the moment
Yeah.
right now.
Enjoy the moment, everybody. Enjoy the moment. For more from Kelsey,
Yeah, I'll try it.
visit eatkbc.com. And for the full recipe, go to hallmarkchannel.com. Everybody, so good.